Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Big Lair here on Jack's Private Coffee Corner. Today is October 25th. It's around 4:30 p.m. for me. The weather today is very gloomy and rainy. We've had another typhoon, a big typhoon, roll through the Pacific Ocean just south of us here. Dumped a lot of rain on us. I guess there was a low pressure front right off the coast, and it sucked all that rain from the typhoon over on us. Lots of flooding north of us. We were okay here in Aichi Prefecture. I'm kind of close to Nagoya. We were okay, lots of rain, but no damage. Parts to the north of us, Tokyo and especially Chiba Prefecture, man, they're getting hammered. And all the way up to probably Hokkaido is going to get it real heavy. Fukushima, which probably all of you know as the place where that big tidal wave made landfall and that nuclear reactor had a meltdown. They've been getting hammered with a lot of heavy rain from the last couple typhoons, and they're going to get more today. So hopefully everything is okay with them. I just wanted to do a quick crypto price analysis. Some people are wondering because the Bitcoin has dropped pretty good, about what, $500-600 since the last video I did, I believe. And so some people were wondering, is it a good time to buy this coin or that coin? So I decided I would do a little more serious analysis on things here. Well, not any more serious than I normally do, but it'll be presented in maybe an easier to understand way. Let's see what else. I should say my friend Aura Wright, she's got a YouTube channel, and she's got her own Patreon channel. She's the astrology chick, right? Aura Wright. I did a video with Aura, I think it was last Thursday my time, if I'm not mistaken. And let's see, if you look in the link, no, not in the link. If you look in the description box below my video here, there's a bunch of stuff. I always describe the videos. I talk about the books I've written and whatnot. If you look down in the description box, I have a link that you can click on to get Aura's new crypto timing report, and Aura was nice enough to give me a discount link. So if you put in the discount code, sorry, she didn't give me a discount link, she gave me a discount code. So my subscribers, if one of you happen to buy Aura's crypto timing report for November, you'll get 10% off. So I believe the code is BigLair10, if I'm not mistaken. Just look, down here in the description box. I'll have a little paragraph there about it. So I'll have the link to access the report and then the discount code. So that's pretty cool, huh? Yeah. 10% off for my subscribers. Way to go. Okay. So here we go. So this is Big Lair's crypto price analysis, October 25th. Okay, what do we got going here? Well, let's look at our first slide, and it says the buying power of one Bitcoin. And I've got some dates here, right? I've got October 4th, October 16th, and then October 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Now where I am, it's the 25th. So all of these dates are dates, they're the dates that for me, right? So it may still be the 24th for some of you. Oh no, wait, probably it's 1:30 in the morning for those of you on the East Coast, is it? Maybe 12:30? Okay. I guess it's the 25th for all of us. All right, so if you look here, it says the buying power of one Bitcoin. What does this mean? It means if you had one Bitcoin, how many of these coins could you have bought? Okay, we've got Neo, Tezos, and OMG. Well, if we look back on October 4th, you could have, with your one Bitcoin, you could have purchased 1,118 Neo. And as you go along, you can see on the 16th, you could have gotten a little bit more, 1,133. Then by the 23rd, it dropped down to 1,108. And then the 24th, it moved up, you get 1,079, so it got a little weaker, and then it seems as though, well, and then the 25th, 1,073, so it looks like, you know, NEO has slowly gaining some strength against Bitcoin, right? It's in an upward trend, I would say. We'll have to see what happens. It's not a huge, a huge move, but, NEO's a coin that's what, it's over $6 right now. Maybe it's at $7. I haven't checked it since this morning, and I honestly don't remember the price. However, we can see that you can buy less NEO with your 1 Bitcoin than you could back on the 4th. Okay, now we turn to Tezos. Tezos is one of my favorites because it has very predictable patterns. Well, if we look on the 4th of October, you could have gotten 8,917 Tezos for 1 Bitcoin. And as you can see, it's slowly, Tezos is losing power, right? It's getting weaker against Bitcoin. And look at from the 16th of October to the 23rd, you would have gained a little more than you'd gained 711 Tezos with your Bitcoin. So wow, Tezos is losing power. The next day it went from, okay, on the 24th, and it jumped to 795. And then on the 25th, it dropped down a little bit. But still, if you're looking at, the last 3 weeks from October 4th to the 25th, you've gained more than 700 Tezos if you had decided to buy Tezos with your Bitcoin today in comparison to 3 weeks ago. So what does this tell me? Well, this tells me Tezos is a pretty good buy. And I actually have data that goes back now a little more than 3 months. So I can see even bigger trends happening. So I would say yes, Tezos, regardless of the price right now. I'm not quite sure what it is because today I'm not looking at the price. I'm just looking at the amount of coins you could buy with 1 Bitcoin. And of course, Bitcoin's price has gone down. So if you can still buy more Tezos with a declining Bitcoin price, that tells you that Tezos is quite weak. Okay, now we go to OMG. Back on the 4th of this month, you could get 9,961 OMG with your 1 Bitcoin. Well, that jumped up by the 16th to 10,370. So OMG had a very weak period there in those 14 days. It went down, got a little stronger by the 23rd. And look at from the 24th to the 25th, wow, OMG really got stronger. You can now get about 700 and some Bitcoin less than what you could. So if you should have bought by the 24th is what I'm saying, because on the 24th you would have gotten 10,342, but now just the next day the amount that you would get is only 9,615. So that's a pretty good jump there, about 700 less OMG. Okay, so my recommendation there is that OMG is getting stronger. Depending on the price, do you want to buy it or not? I would say no, I would wait, personally. But if it's at a price that's good for you, you might want to pick it up. Okay, personally, of these 3, my favorite is Tezos. I feel like it's lost the most strength. Okay, let's move to the next slide here. Looking at the same thing, how much buying power does 1 Bitcoin have? And we're looking at EOS, Stellar, and Cardano. Now looking at EOS, the price hasn't moved that much. If we look at the 4th of October, you could have gotten 2,769 EOS, and now you can get 2,722. So you get about 47 less than before. But from the 4th all the way to the 24th, about 3 weeks, didn't really move much. Didn't move much at all. Okay, but now it's getting a little stronger. I'm going to call, even though it looks a little stronger, I'm going to just call that sideways action. Now if we look at something like Stellar, this looks pretty good. On the 4th, one Bitcoin would have bought you 139,259, and you can see that number has been going down. It went down considerably by the 16th, 128,000, and then the 23rd and 24th, that number has gone down, and then from the 24th to the 25th, pretty good drop, 3,000 Stellar. So Stellar is gaining on Bitcoin. Looks very good. You would get about 16,000 less with your Bitcoin. So you should have, if you were going to get Stellar, I would say you should have gotten it by the 4th. Right now it looks pretty strong. Then again, if it's still within a price target of yours, go for it, you know. I am not giving financial advice. I'm just giving my opinion on what's happening with these coins and their values when pegged against Bitcoin. So I think Stellar is doing quite well, getting stronger. Cardano, very similar picture. On the 4th, it started out, one Bitcoin would get you 213,410 Cardano. Now, as we move forward to today, the 25th, you'd only get 198,150 Cardano. So you drop down about 15,000. Okay, so Cardano is getting stronger. It's in an uptrend, I would say. Okay, let's go to the next slide here. These are the 3 other coins in my basket that I look at. We've got Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and XRP. Now Bitcoin hasn't moved so much, right? On the 4th with your, Bitcoin Cash. If I said Bitcoin, my apologies. Bitcoin Cash hasn't moved so much in relation to Bitcoin. On the 4th, we could have bought 36.78 Bitcoin. Now we can get 34.98, which is pretty close to 35. So we've really only changed about 1.7, okay? It is, you know, slowly getting stronger, so I've marked it as an uptrend. Have to keep watching it to see. Now we go to Litecoin. Litecoin has gotten weaker. On the 4th, one Bitcoin would have bought a 144 Litecoin. Fast forward to the 25th, we can get 150. So we've gained about 6, actually 5.5. We've gained about 5.5 Litecoin. And I'm saying that is in a downtrend. It's getting weaker, right? It takes well, if you had your Bitcoin, you would get more Litecoin. Now we look at XRP. XRP is looking pretty good, isn't it? Even we look at the prices, maybe we say, oh, XRP isn't at the price I would like it to be. It doesn't look as strong as I think it is. Well, Bitcoin's also going down. And if we look at this simple little chart here, we can see that on the 4th, one Bitcoin would have bought you 32,842 XRP. Fast forward to today, now your Bitcoin will only buy you 26,881. So XRP is gaining some strength on Bitcoin. I'm not sure what the price is exactly on XRP, but if it's within your range, might be a good idea to pick some up. So this is just a very simple analysis. Some people have asked me, what do I think recently with the price of Bitcoin dropping down? You know, is it good? What's going to happen? Should I buy other coins? Are they too expensive now? But when you analyze the numbers here, it makes it look pretty, I shouldn't say it makes it look pretty easy, but it makes it easier to see what's really happening with the value. Okay. And also I should mention, I recently talked to someone and we were talking about some investing information, and the person brought up something with investing, and I said, oh yeah, I studied that during my MBA. And that's one thing I often forget to tell people, is that I have an MBA in global sustainability. That's my major of my MBA, but I'm also versed in all of the major areas of an MBA, accounting, finance, economics, management, human resources, the whole 9 yards, right? I've studied all of it, and I'm very interested in finances and the economy, which is maybe one of the reasons I talk about cryptos all the time, and one of the reasons I like to analyze things and actually see what the real value is and make my own judgments as to what's happening. Okay, well, this is just a short video because people had asked me, what do I think about this recent drop, and I wanted to give a serious answer to people. If you liked my video and you found it interesting today, please smash up that like button. Okay. If you have a comment, please give me a comment. I always like feedback. I have noticed that YouTube or somebody deletes comments once in a while, because I'll get a comment notification in my email and see the comment, but then when I go to the video to reply, the comment is not there. So I'm not sure why. Sometimes comments get lost in the YouTube cyberspace. So if you put a comment up and don't see it, or I don't respond, let me know. Also, if you'd like to see more videos on cryptos, woo-woo, or coffee talk, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, everybody, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'll have another one coming out tomorrow, and I've got a few other topics that I will be discussing, such as the gold and silver video, and I'm currently preparing the video on the fifth realm, that interesting alternate reality that I talked about before. My book is published on Amazon, both the ebook and the paperback book. Those are ready if someone wants to download them or purchase them. And I will be taking out one of the poems from that book and making a video this week. Okay, you guys, take care. Have a great day.